Hello, my name is Sissy Lawyer, and I help couples determine whether or not the relationship is worth saving or whether they should stay or go. And today I want to talk about this issue about telling lies. When I feel that my spouse is such a big liar. Discovering that your spouse is a great liar can be a challenging and emotionally overwhelming experience for you. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and when that trust is broken, it can leave one feeling overwhelmed and questioning everything about the relationship. Today in this video, we'll delve into the reasons behind why your spouse may be such a skilled liar, seeking to shed light on this complex issue. There are many masks that we wear in this life. One of them is the mask of deception. The mask which tells us it's all right, I can tell lies, because as long as I hide behind the mask, nobody will know the truth. But it contributes to their exceptional abilities to tell lies. Because when the person feels that, oh, I'm wearing that mask and I cannot be discovered, then he feels lionized, that he feels that, oh, it's all right, I can tell lies. But then again, there are many other reasons why people tell lies. One of them is the fear of what could happen to them. Like when they've grown up in a family that is always punishing them. Maybe parents that are always punishing them for one thing or the other. Parents that do not validate them. So they have learned from youth to tell lies because they feel that will cover them up. Some people, it's just a feeling of, oh, I want people to feel that I'm really more than I truly am. And they want people to think, oh, they're excellent, they are this and they are not that. And for that reason, they tell lies. There are many reasons. Also, sometimes some people just can't but tell a lie. And they tell the lie, and after telling the lie, they ask themselves, what did I do? And many times, it's a very sorry situation to be in. Let me tell you the story of my friend. I'll not tell you her name, her real name, I won't tell you her name, but let's call her Sophie. Sophie always gave us the impression that her husband was excellent in every way. She always gave us the impression that she was in a very happy marriage and that there was nothing wrong with her marriage. And then her mother died, and they started to make arrangements for the burial. And in her frustration, one day she just walks into a gathering of us on a Saturday, and she says, my husband is a big liar. Now this is someone who, as far as we were all concerned, had the perfect marriage. And then she goes on to say, he always tells lies. Of course, we didn't ask her what was happening. She gave us the story about how he had promised to do one thing or the other for the purposes of the burial arrangements, and he had said that he never said things like that. And the children were telling him and confirming that indeed he had said that he would do whatever it was that he had promised them that he would do. And then I asked the question in my mind. I didn't ask her directly. I asked the question in my mind that, why would anyone want to tell the whole world that her husband is perfect when she knows very well that her husband is not perfect in any way? There is no perfect marriage, and there is no perfect individual. When we have situations where our spouse is lacking in one way or the other, the important thing is for us to face that and to do whatever needs to be done. Get them whatever help they need. After we have done whatever it is we need, after we have set the necessary boundaries with our spouse, telling them that it is unacceptable that it will tell lies, it's unacceptable to build a family on lies, then we need to ask ourselves certain questions. The first one is, can I really trust everything he's telling me going forward? Now, when I say him, it could be the wife that's telling a lie. Can I ever trust my spouse again? Rebuilding trust after discovering your spouse's exceptional lying skills is a very challenging journey. Everything they say you start to wonder, are they really telling me the truth? It requires open communication. It requires the ability to be able to confront them and say, I don't trust you this time. Why should I trust you? So they need professional counseling, and they need continuous evaluation, not only from you, but from those who are counseling them, and from other people who they feel a sense of responsibility towards. But with efforts from both of you, trust can be gradually regained. However, it is essential to be aware that this process takes time. and may never return to its original state. There might be times that you just wonder and say, can I really trust him? There will be times when, even though you have evaluated him and you feel that he's doing better, it just might be another one more time he just may disappoint you. And so you need to understand that things can never be the same again. Besides, history has been recorded about your spouse's lies. What about when you are confronting your spouse? You need to confront your spouse. You need to confront them and say, I don't believe a word of what you're saying. Confronting your spouse about their lying depends on your specific situation and the level of deception involved. It can be helpful to approach the conversation with empathy and a desire for understanding. But once you're trying to understand, you must also know that they are coming from a place of telling a lot of lies. And they're probably afraid that they do not want to disappoint you again. So engaging them in open and non-judgmental dialogue allows both partners to communicate their needs and work towards reconciliation. But then when you have done all that needs to be done, when you have tried to help your spouse, when you have sought counseling for them, when you have set boundaries for them, when you have told them it is not acceptable to tell lies, when you have asked them and been empathetic towards their situation, you then need to ask, and they still remain in that lying situation, the next question you need to ask yourself, is it time to leave this marriage? Choosing to end the relationship due to ongoing deception is a deeply personal decision. It is essential to assess the impact the lying has had on your overall well-being and your happiness. Seeking guidance from a therapist or counselor during this process can provide valuable support and guidance. Having said all of that, let's come back to my friend Sophie. My friend Sophie is still with her husband, despite his many lies. Recently, I went to an event they had, and of course, she told me again that, oh, he's telling lies. But she remained in the marriage. Should she remain in the marriage? It's for her to decide and not me. But remember that whatever children learn is whatever they grow up with. And so when you ask your children, when your children grow up in a situation where there's a lot of telling of lies, what then are they learning? And what are they bringing into their own relationships? That's why it's important for all of us to help our spouses when we feel that they are liars. If you like this video, why not subscribe to my channel? Hit the like button so that I can get more people to subscribe to it. And not only that, watch out for the next video.